It's welcome in the next episode of Knowledge. This one looking at tetragrammaton, mate. As you see, just look at this, look at all the code in this particular word. You got everything in there, right? You got three T's, right? So I start three T's. You got the G, got the RAM, the Royal Arch Masonry, got the Mort, you got the Ton or On T, ET, you got that way. So you know what I mean, you got such a lot of you got the TRA like the trans, you got such a lot of code in this. And the tetra is 4, like the Dalit. So this is totally coded their thing that they were being a trance. There's absolutely no doubt about that. As you say, it means to be, to exist, and of course they're the only sort of recognised existence of their own transes. There's real people in that, which is ironic, like, you know what I mean? And as you see here, I am that I am ties in with Alan Moses stuff again, right? And the way Yahweh thing, right? Basically, I think that this Yahweh can also be pronounced as who, like who. See what I'm saying? So again, this is the same thing as that World Health Organization thing, that they were Moses and the serpent on a pool and all the rest of it type of thing, right? And there's the what do you call it, the symbol. As you see again, 5 points like the pentagram. So the definitely the with trans needle use again. Again, look at all the different codes on it. Trans, T, ton, gram. And as we see on the pentagram investigation, the gram is the line. Gram means line, so it's like the main line and the substance into the veins. As you see, there's a needle point, the gram, and that's basically the same pin or needle idea as what's on the WHO, World Health Organization. So the G-ram, the lining in the substance. And there, the thing in the middle again, that's the, as you can see, the Moses type of thing, the caduceus or the serpent on a pool idea and the horns like Moses. Of course, when you get that male and female combinations, with that, you know what I mean, all the male and female combinations with them symbols. So totally that they were being a trance. End off. 100% it is, like, The name. This is supposed to be the mysterious name of God, right? So, mysterious name of God must be trans, you know what I mean? End off. The 4-letter word, the Dalit. And the who, again. Who. Yeah. In the next part, looking at the Jarbulon, right? Because again, this ties in very similarly. Your ball strength, right? And obviously the jab, when you get the jab in the arm, the jab, so it's Jarbulon, and again, this is specifically a Freemasonic god, the Ram, specifically Freemasonic, right? And again, that stuff about this I am thing and that, I am. What Popeye used to say, and that I am what I am's or something. And, clearly today with fear being a trance. And, you get the Hajj. The Hajj, which is the pilgrimage to Mecca. But a lot of Kurds in this. Yahweh, bull on high in heaven, son of Jacob. Of course, Jacob is, we know who Jacob is in the relation to it, right? Baal, the city of Egypt. So on. So if you're on the ball, you're on the ball, you're on the trans juice. See? The ball, the lab. So it's here, and the Trinity consisting of Yahweh, Baal, the Phoenicians, Celts, and the Egyptian. So that's, like brooches, what do you call it, Western society, Western world with Eastern, Africa and the British idea, It's a Hajj pilgrimage. It's like Jaw, Jaw Bulon. In the pilgrimage, obviously the pill, like Moses had the pillars and the tablets, and they make the pilgrimage to the house of Allah. And we know from the pentagram's investigation beat that the gram is the line. And here you got gram line, which seemed to be a sports news idea, right? Gram line. And it's to do with hockey and sports. So obviously it's a trans in idea, gram line sports US. Gram line. And that in turn sort of is like gremlins, gremlins. So obviously this is a trans code where they use gram line. 100% they get it. Of course, gram is the unit symbol. Gram line. And there you got these gremlins, right? Gram lines. And again, it's to do with metamorphosis and transformation. And going back to the Who, right? You got this piece here, who did you say you are, and all this. We say the day with Jesus, 4-4, Janus. And then you got Who, like Who mythology. It's supposed to be the first word of creation that Adam was said to have exclaimed upon ejaculating, or alternatively his circumcision, and his masturbatory act creating the Ennead. So this is all relating to the same type of thing, right? And ties in with the Mason's idea, right? Who, the serpent sun god, right? The old druidic doctor in the fluid. So you see what I mean? They say this Who idea is everywhere, basically. Who the Mighty, regarded as the first settler of Britain. So that's a lot to do with it. Trans program idea. And of course you get the human race, which is named after this. Druidism. Saying drinking ideas, like we get them gremlins had to get wet. Like wetting the baby's head, a bit of a drink. So there's like a druidic element to it. Human means serpent man. So of course the only ones who's in their own human race is their own transes. See what I mean? Natural people don't even consider the human beings. Hum by the hun. So this basically got to be same as the WHO, the WHO. And in turn the same as Yahweh as well, see? Becomes WHO. And there's the horns. So again, Moses' idea. Of course Moses came from Egypt and that led the people out of Egypt and all that. So basically that to me symbolises the trans program coming from across Africa into the West, land of milk and honey. You've got two things in the Bible, right? One Moses and one Jesus. A couple by Moses, but a couple by Jesus, where they're saying, I am who I am and all this, right? So that sort of links Jesus and Moses as both being basically the trans program. Now, obviously, the serpent on the pool idea, and as you see, the pin and needle idea, definitely on that one. Yeah, so it's definitely to do with the trans program. Moses is the trans program, and so is Jesus, basically. Yeah, there's the hue again, the who idea in the middle of that. The brass or bronze serpent. But interestingly, when you have the and you see here when you go to Caduceus, you got the staff or the wand. So it's like the magic wand idea of transformation. And there's the hammer, and there's the same symbol again, right? And here you see serpent on the pool, right? God's means of salvation for the Israelites who were bitten by the serpents. Remember, when they were bitten, they lived. They didn't die, they lived, when they were bitten. So that's the day with trans program. But when you have beat your plowshares into swords, right? Now this which is the UN, United Nations symbol, right? And notice this, how the plowshare is spelled with a P-L-O-W there, right? So that becomes pool. When the W turns round for the E, then it becomes the pool, right? And the plowshares, right? You got the word users in there, U-S-E-R-S, users. So it's the pool users. It's the this is about so this is about trans program, but I've just noticed this one's the opposite way, right? This is not the UN one. The UN one is beat the swords into plowshares. This is the opposite one. Dual. So both ways are mentioned in the Bible and that. One turning swords into plowshares and one turning plowshares into swords. But this is when it's swords into plowshares, obviously it means beating the spirit out of people or whatever and turning them into trans users. Totally what it means. And again, it's referencing the serpent on the pool idea on that. The spears and the pruning hooks. So it's about making eunuchs basically of of people who the view as a threat or something, They want to make people into and the other way, it must be making eunuchs or transes into warriors or something, And gotta be like in the as you see 2-4 for the the hex, which splits into 33 of course. And also the 42. And you have probably put the kettle on, right? When you have the pool, it's the trans program, right? It's the pool and the kettle. So of course, this song, probably put the kettle on, let's drink tea, is a total trans nursery rhyme. Quickly turn it up again, they've all gone away. So I think you were hiding in the trans program basically. Sucky, taking off again. So yeah,